Welcome back. We're here in Dothan, Alabama tonight at Hits for Heroes, the third annual nonprofit fundraiser here. Right now with Angela Dunning. You're the executive director of Hits for Heroes?
I think so. That's what you'd call me, yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes.
What title do you prefer to go by?
Volunteer, I guess, director. This is so new. We have just established our nonprofit organization because it grew so fast in a 12-month period.
So the first 2 years you were not a nonprofit?
That's correct. We were just an organization of parents that loved baseball and loved our country, and so we put together a baseball event to honor our military, and it grew so fast that now we are a nonprofit, and we're spreading throughout the community and various areas to have more games.
What is so cool about this is that it hasn't been that long ago that Vietnam veterans returned from overseas, were spit on, certainly were disregarded. Certainly a different complexion out there today. We've got people returning from Iraq and Afghanistan, many of them wounded warriors.
That's right.
The term that we commonly use. Sometimes it's been disadvantageous to use that term because there have been scams, there have been people that have been using that kind of a fundraiser for their own benefits. You guys are the real deal. It's very cool and very cold here tonight. Now, tell me in a nutshell, Angela, what are we going to be seeing this evening?
We'll see a lot of great baseball. We'll see kids come out in camouflage jerseys that have been paid for through sponsors' money so that everyone could have one. No one's left out. And that's just all in the idea of honoring our military. It's making those kids aware and making them think of the fact that someone has worn camouflage for me and made a sacrifice for me. So tonight we're honoring them. We'll do a fifth inning stretch at each game where the kids who have family members that are in the military or have been in the military will be recognized, and Jeep Sullivan's Wounded Warriors are going to come out and present them with dog tags. Just a special occasion to show them we appreciate their family's sacrifice as well. And then we'll have an opening ceremony between the games so that all the teams can see it, where we have a helicopter coming in, bringing some of our soldiers, some of our wounded warriors to throw out the first pitch, and of course have the national anthem and prayer to just start the whole thing.
The biggest net gain, it would seem, overall is just the awareness.
Absolutely.
Now, I understand that the USO and National Guard are also here tonight.
They are, yes. The USO, we partnered with them in the very beginning when we just had two teams playing a game for our military, and we sent the USO all the proceeds to buy care packages. That was 2 years ago. So last year when we had 9 teams, we again said we're going to use this for care packages through the USO. At that time, we developed a very good friendship with the USO. They've got their representative here tonight as well, just to help us along. We still earmark that money for some sort of packages to be going out. The National Guard is one of our sponsors. They come out, they assist us, they help us. One of their members that's here tonight is on our board of directors. So they just give us a lot of support.
Now, this is an annual event this year for the third time.
That's correct.
But the first time, if I understand, as a nonprofit.
That's correct.
Now, tell me about the length and breadth of the tournament. It's not all here, and it's not all tonight, I understand.
It's not, and that's not the original design. We grew so fast, and there were lots of teams that wanted to participate that I just didn't have the heart to say no. So we planned it for this weekend. We squeezed in as many teams as we could, and then those who still wanted to participate, we just decided we'd go to their fields and we'd do a Hits for Heroes there and make it all just like we're doing here, but at their location.
Now, is Hits for Heroes the actual name of the nonprofit?
It is. It is.
What's the biggest challenge so far that you've run into as far as the organization? Discounting everything that you've gone through to become a nonprofit, because as we've seen, there's some governmental agencies that have not been real keen on that. What's your biggest challenge?
I think for me personally, the biggest challenge has been that I've been a stay-at-home mom for the last 12 years, and this has become a full-time job. And of course, I'm not taking any pay. I'm fortunate that that I don't have to, and my family is so supportive. But it has been a huge challenge because I've now taken on a job.
Probably could figure out what your answer to this question will be, but what's the best part of what you're doing?
I'm just telling you, every single day someone tells me a story, and it's their story, and it warms my heart. And my whole life I've wondered, what can I do to show our military that I love and appreciate them? And I just didn't know how. And like you spoke of the national organizations, they're great, but it's hard to find one that you feel close to, like that, okay, they're making a difference, or they know that, I don't want to just write a check. I want to do something that makes a difference. Writing the check for some is easy, but actually making a sacrifice and showing them that you appreciate their sacrifice is not that easy. So as I'm doing this daily, and I meet a soldier who comes up like tonight from Vietnam, who tells me his story, and it just changes my heart every day. Every little bit I get blessed by these guys that have sacrificed so much for us.
Now, if somebody wants to find out more about your organization, do you have a website?
We do. It's hitsforheroes.org.
And that's HEROES?
It is.
Hitsforheroes.org. It's on the screen there right now. How about a phone number? If somebody wants to write a check after seeing this piece, Angela, in a perfect world, and they want to get up with you, what's a good phone number for you?
334-798-3802.
Okay, that number and that website on the screen right now. Anything else you'd like to add? I know it's cold out here. I thank you for taking the time.
It's really not that bad. You know, I was laughing earlier in the week saying, honestly, we're doing this for our military, and let's just think about the sacrifices that they've made and the elements that they've been in. I mean, we're out here enjoying baseball. Come on, the sun's shining, it's not raining, so the weather's not too bad. The final thing I'd like to say is just that I feel like that it's been such an honor to get to work with Jeep Sullivan and the Wounded Warrior Outdoor Adventures. This is a partnership that I see growing old together. It allows us locally to touch Wounded Warriors locally. And for me, that's just incredible.
We've been fortunate enough to work with Jeep since the inception of his organization. I get to MC some of the events honoring the Wounded Warriors, and as you point out, it's hard to get out of bed with a little crick in your back and complain after you've been around these guys who are double amputees or worse.
You're right.
A bunch of great guys, though, once you get to know them, they're a warm, welcoming bunch, and they are appreciative.
That's right.
To me, that's what's really struck me.
That's right.
It's good that we can feel good about giving to them.
That's right.
More importantly, when we see that appreciation, and when they come to you and say, you know, it's nice to know that somebody cares.
You know, that's exactly last year at the very end of our tournament. The National Guard guy was leaving the field from doing a raffle drawing, and all of our team members came out of the dugout to shake his hand and thank him for his service. And as we rounded the corner, he said, you know, Miss Dunning, I don't do it for that. We don't do it for the glory. We do it because we're called to do it, but that makes it just so much easier. You know, when somebody just says thank you, and for these kids to get it, I've done my job.
We say it to them all the time. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Just as families of veterans and of military personnel are to be commended for their service, thank you for what you do. And I know that you're very modest about it. But this is no small feat. So for what it's worth, thank you, and thanks for being involved with Jeep Sullivan.
Absolutely, thank you. Thanks
Here right now in Dothan, Alabama, at Hits for Heroes. It's sort of a chilly night. Probably going to get even cooler. We understand we're going to see a helicopter land here on the field, drop off a couple of our Wounded Warriors, and have some really good opening ceremonies. If you get the chance, and by the time you see this, it'll be too late for today, check us out next year. If you want more information, go to the website at hitsforheroes.org. We'll be right back.